So, SONOFF has decided to make this week rather expensive for you guys, because they're launching not one, not two, but three new Zigbee devices all at once. We've got a brand new temperature and humidity sensor, a completely new smart home gateway, and perhaps most interestingly of all, their first Zigbee relay with a feature that I know we all want. Now, I've only had a bit of time to get hands-on with one of these devices so far, and that is this relay module. But that's probably the one that most of you watching are going to care about. So let's take a look at everything SONOFF is launching, and then I'll show you why I think this new mini ZB1 GSP could end up being one of their most useful Zigbee products yet. Hi, I'm James, and I've been building out my smart home for years, with products from just about every manufacturer out there, figuring out what works and what doesn't. So let's start off with the simplest of the three products. This is the new AirGuard TH Lite. And at first glance, it looks like just another Zigbee temperature and humidity sensor. But SONOFF have clearly designed this around a somewhat specific use case. This sensor is incredibly small and slim, making it suitable for places where most traditional sensors are simply a bit too bulky. SONOFF specifically mentions things like cigar humidors, guitar cases, reptile enclosures, storage cabinets, and other confined spaces. The accuracy is also respectable, with a claimed temperature accuracy of plus or minus 0.2 degrees Celsius and humidity accuracy of plus or minus 2%. It also refreshes every 5 seconds, which is significantly faster than many battery-powered environmental sensors. One feature that did catch my attention is the inclusion of dew point and VPD calculations. Now, for most smart home users, that probably won't mean much, but if you're monitoring things like greenhouses, grow spaces, specialized storage environments, or anything where humidity control really matters, those additional metrics can actually be very useful. Battery life is quoted at up to 2 years using standard AAA batteries, which I'm a huge fan of, and because it uses Zigbee 3.0, it should integrate nicely into existing SONOFF, SmartThings, Alexa, and of course, Home Assistant setups. Personally, I don't think this is a revolutionary product, but it does look like a well thought out refinement of an already popular category. Next up, we have the Bridge Max. And this one is quite difficult to explain in a single sentence, because it's trying to solve several different smart home problems at once. At its core, the Bridge Max is a Zigbee gateway, but unlike traditional Zigbee hubs, its primary purpose is acting as a bridge between ecosystems. It can take Zigbee devices, Bluetooth devices, iWi Link devices, and even Home Assistant entities and expose them into other Matter ecosystems. So for example, you could potentially have devices that normally only work inside Home Assistant and have them appear inside Apple Home, Google Home, or any other Matter compatible platforms. Now, you can do this within Home Assistant itself as well, but it's nice to have another device on the market which users can easily plug in to do the same thing. This model also supports Ethernet as well as Wi-Fi, which is something I know a lot of people have been requesting for years. What's perhaps even more interesting for Home Assistant users is that SONOFF are advertising MQTT integration, allowing Zigbee devices connected to the Bridge Max to be exposed into Home Assistant directly, or any other MQTT platform. Now, I've not been able to test this one just yet, and with all products like this, the details do matter, pardon the pun. Things like supported device types, local operation, reliability, and Matter implementation can make or break the experience. So I'm going to reserve judgment until I've had the chance to have a proper play with it. But it certainly looks like SONOFF is trying to position this as something considerably more capable than a traditional Zigbee hub. Now let's talk about the product that I think most people are actually going to be interested in. The Mini ZB1 GSP and the Mini ZB1 GP. Or to give them a much simpler description, Zigbee relays with power monitoring. Actually, the latter isn't technically a relay, it just monitors power consumption. Oh, and it's properly tiny. But honestly, I'm surprised it has taken this long for SONOFF to release these. For many years now, we've had Wi-Fi relays with energy monitoring, and we've had Zigbee relays without energy monitoring. But if you specifically wanted a compact Zigbee relay that could switch a load and accurately measure your energy consumption, you generally had to compromise between the two. So it is so nice to finally see the two put together. Both of these devices support loads up to 16 amps, making it suitable for lighting circuits, heaters, immersion systems, and basically a wide range of electrical loads. Like SONOFF's existing mini products, it's designed to fit easily behind switches, inside standard backboxes, and even in their Fusion series, making it ideal for retrofitting existing installations. But the real story here is everything that comes from the power monitoring functionality. You get real-time voltage, current and power readings, historical energy statistics, electricity cost calculations, data export functionality, and even 1 year of stored energy history according to SONOFF's documentation. And there are some really useful automation features that you can build around power monitoring. For example, it makes it very easy to create completion alerts for when power consumption drops below a specified threshold for an amount of time. And that's really useful for a lot of things like washing machines, tumble dryers, dishwashers, or basically any other appliances where you want a notification when the cycle has finished. I actually did a similar thing for my air fryer, which I just about can't hear at the other end of my kitchen from my lounge. So when I put dinner on in the air fryer, I sit down in the lounge and watch a bit of TV. The speaker behind me will make a little chime when the air fryer power usage drops below a certain threshold. These devices also have a maintenance reminder system that can track runtime and remind you when servicing intervals have been reached. That one is super handy. Again, a niche feature, but potentially useful in the right situations. The other thing I like is that SONOFF appears to have included proper electrical protection features, as they often do. There's overcurrent protection, over voltage protection, under voltage protection, overload protection, and even temperature monitoring. So they aren't just measuring power usage, but the relay is also capable of protecting the connected equipment. Now, in my case, I've added this into Home Assistant using Zigbee to MQTT as usual. And as expected, setup was very straightforward. This is exactly where SONOFF's Zigbee products have traditionally done very well. They pair very easily, they behave predictably over time, and they don't tend to create any strange compatibility issues, or flood your network with energy monitoring announcements. In Home Assistant, I was able to see the relay status along with the power monitoring information, making it useful not just as a switch, but also for energy monitoring. Toggling the relay is instant as always, and I can then, of course, add it to the beautiful Home Assistant energy monitoring dashboard to easily keep track of where all my energy is going, both live and over time. I've installed this device in my garden gym, where we have a 2 kilowatt fan heater that was previously running from another Wi-Fi relay. So now I'll have the ability to toggle this not only more reliably, I think, via Zigbee, but get energy data from when those heaters are running. The reporting intervals are pretty quick too, but without being so often that it melts your Zigbee network, as I know someone always asks about that with Zigbee energy monitoring. Overall, I think SONOFF has put out an excellent launch lineup for this summer. The AirGuard TH Lite looks like a really nice refinement of a pretty traditional temperature and humidity sensor. The Bridge Max looks ambitious, and I'll be interested to see how well it performs once people start putting it through its paces. But for me, the standout product is this new relay, because it's solving a problem that many of us Zigbee users actually have. Adding reliable power monitoring to a compact relay without needing to switch to Wi-Fi. And that is exactly the sort of practical smart home hardware I like seeing manufacturers release. The links to all of these products will be in the description below and on my website as usual. And if you make a purchase of any of these using my links, I'll earn a small commission at no cost to you, so thanks for supporting the channel. But before you go, remember I'm doing a monthly member giveaway. Anyone subscribed to my mid-tier channel membership could be in with a chance of winning a random bit of smart tech from my bucket of unused devices, including one of our ultra tiny WLED controllers, and possibly any of the devices you've seen in the video today. And once you join, you'll get access to our members only channels on Discord, where we chat about smart home projects, upcoming videos, and new products before they appear on the channel. So I hope to see you over there, and as always, remember, home is where the smart is.